I don't need to go to Sunday school anymore because I know everything. I don't need to go to church on the first Sunday to receive communion because what's it for? I can remember him at home. Different in the I know things look hard sometimes. Sometimes things look so bad you wonder what's going on. But don't give up. Just plead with the man that has you in his hands. And you can tell him, dear Lord, turn it around. You know the story of Job, my other character that we want to talk about tonight? He was rich. He had 10 children. A strange wife, not strange in the sense that he didn't know who she was, but she had a mind problem. She had a prestige problem. She wanted to be walking with the upper crust of society. They were so rich, you know. You ever see people, you can't talk to them because you don't have on a $1,500 suit. You can't go into their home because, oh, wait a minute now, you go in the back. I don't want you draping your stuff in my parquet floors. I don't want you coming in and please don't sit on the furniture. No, that's out altogether. Well, we're going to have dinner outside on the patio by the pool. And don't bring your swimming suit because I don't want you in my pool. But there are some folks that are like that, unfortunately. But they think that they're just above everything and above all. And that's how Mrs. Job was. Now, God allowed, definitive word here is allowed. God allowed Satan to strike Job and to take everything that he had. He said, but don't touch his soul. Take everything he's got. Take his house. Take his cars. Take his cattle. Take his cows and everything that he has. Take it. Oh, Mr. Lord, the devil says he'll curse you to your face. And the Lord knew Job's heart. Did you know God knows your heart? You can share him all you want. You can skate all you want, but God knows your heart. You can do this, that, and the other, but God knows your heart. God said, listen, I know Job. He won't do me wrong. He won't curse me like you said. Yeah, he won't because you put a fence up around him. Let me strike him good. I got him as the first time, but let me get him the second time. Let me get to his children. We pause when that word comes up. Say anything you want. Don't talk about my child. I used to tell people, I tell you two things that you never talk to me, downgrade with me. Don't talk about my wife and don't talk about my children. In that order. And by the way, don't talk about God. We sometimes think that we can just say anything to anybody. We sometimes think that we can be nasty to anybody, and the devil says that if you do this, Job will curse you to your face. God said, strike him as you want, but don't touch his soul. He loses everything. Job lost his children. Job lost his money, and his honey. He lost it all. And we look at that, somebody who's reading Job for the first time, they look at that and say, wait a minute here. The Bible says that this man was upright. God says, have you considered my servant Job, a man who serves me, who loves me, who eschews evil? Yeah, he does that because you built a fence around him. No. This man loves me from his heart. But he lost everything because God allowed it. Job did not do anything wrong. Sometimes in our lives, we walk with God. We talk with God. We just having a glorious time in the Lord. And something happens. Job said, why? We ask ourselves that question when we're going through. Why me? You ever ask yourself, why do Christians suffer? we are serving the Lord all we know. We walk in every way with him. But we suffer. Why do Christians suffer? Why? The Bible says if you suffer with him, you will reign with him. I want to reign with him. I want that suffering part. That's kind of hard there. But if you suffer with him, you will reign with him. I want to reign with him. We want the goodies, but we don't want we want the cake, but we don't want to do the flour and eggs and the butter. Is the cake done? Yeah. I bake. I like to bake. And I make rolls sometimes. And I had some friends over, and they were all in the kitchen, which when I cook, I don't want you in the kitchen. Thank you very much. So I was baking, and the smell of the rolls, fresh yeast rolls, was going through the house. And all of a sudden, I look up and had these folks standing in my kitchen at the counter. Are the rolls done? We look at things that are around us, the people that are around us, and we say, thank you to God for them, our true friends. Now here comes Job's 3 friends. They say, Job, we heard all about your problems and your troubles. We live far away from you. I mean, we were concerned. It's nice to be concerned, to have somebody be concerned about you. It's wonderful that when somebody misses you from church and they call up, instead of gossiping about what happened yesterday, call up and say, listen, I missed you from church. Are you okay? Is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can do to help you? What is it? Was there a problem that I can help you fix? No. We don't do that. What we do is, as Job's friends, look, Job, you must have sinned, because if you do not well, sin lies at your door. That's the Bible, honey. It is. But that doesn't apply all the time. If you do not well, sin lies at your door. And people like to point the fingers. Brother Walter Edia and his nice young man, Bud. Sister Veronica's a nice young lady, Bud. We don't need that. We don't need friends like that. Job said, I haven't done anything. Oh, you must have done something. You couldn't have fallen all this way, fallen off from God. We used to watch you, man. We know you used to come to church every Sunday. You used to shout and all around, run around, and you did all of that. And now all of a sudden you can't do that anymore. And you lost your job. You lost your house. Your children went nuts. Everything is going haywire. You must have sinned. But you know, you can look in the mirror when you shave, or to the women when you wash your face, and you